Has anybody recently been to the optometrist? All right. Not too long ago, I went to the optometrist and sat down and said, "Doc, did you get a new eye chart?" "I don't think so. Why?" I said, "Well, this looks a little bit different than the last time." Well, about an hour later and $200 lighter, we found out that my vision was off a little bit. And after a few minutes, I sat down and started reflecting. I wonder if any other areas of my life could be out of focus. My family, my career, my hobbies. And I came to the conclusion, I know what causes us to get out of focus in life. PMS. Well, it's not necessarily the same PMS you're thinking, even though that could cause you blurred vision, or if you're a spouse, double vision. But I want to talk about another PMS. When life comes and there's pressures and things, P represents our priorities in life. And I think sometimes the first thing we get out of focus is because we look at our priorities. There was a college professor I was teaching a business class, and he came out here and he had a glass jar full of rocks. Asked the class, was it full? Most of them said yes. Then he pulled out some gravel, filled it up in between the big rocks. Is it full now? Yes. Then of course pulled the sand out and put it in between the gravel and the big rocks. And the class, it's full. Then he had a cup of water, poured it in between the little sands. Now it's full. And he asked the class, can anybody explain to me our demonstration? There was a business major in the back. I got it. I know what you're trying to explain. No matter how busy we are, no matter what we have on our plate, we can always do more. He said it's a good answer, but it's a wrong answer. This jar represents your life. And what it means is that if you don't get the big things, your family, your health in first, and you fill your life with all these little small things, at the end, you won't have room for the big things. So I want to challenge you, number one, you have to check your priorities and see if your priorities are right and in the right order. Number two, M, moral compass. I believe that God has given everybody a moral compass from right and wrong. We have our ex-coach, Jim Tressel. I believe he's a great guy, and what I know from him, I think he's got some fairly decent morals. But somewhere along the line, he wanted to win more than he wanted to do what was right. And I believe our moral compass gives us a black and white line, and sometimes it gets blurred, and we get that gray area. That, well, maybe it's all right now. Well, maybe no one will ever know. And that moral compass gets skewed, and our vision that we're supposed to go to gets off track. Number three, our S, is our setbacks. Anybody who's lived more than a day has had failures, setbacks, disappointments. Some of us have been through divorce, people have been through bankruptcy, financial. Some of us even are looking for a job right now, you know? There's always setbacks in life. Some of us are working on a master's degree, some of us are working on higher education. When you go back to school and you're my age, you look and say, oh my gosh, take a test and you just burn and crash. What's going on? And the first thought's that you're too old. You never should have signed up, you never should have been doing this. And what happened is the world tries to get you out of focus and tries to let those failures and those setbacks take you off your vision. And what I want to encourage you today is that you have to realize that those setbacks are just a setup for your comeback. Everybody in front of you should have a washer. Okay, have a washer. I have three of these, one in my car, one in my work, and one in the house. As a business owner and a dad, a husband, pressures every day, finding out my priorities, finding out if my moral compass in business, you can always say, should I do this way? But it's better to have that black and white, right and wrong, and not let that gray line waver in your failures. In business or in life, you're going to make mistakes. The key is realize why. And I use this washer as a constant reminder, and I put it up to my eye. and I look straight ahead. When you look straight ahead, sometimes you can block out the things to your right, your left, the screaming kids, and it doesn't keep you focused. And it gets you back from being a blurred vision, looking here and there, to focus. Like Brian was saying, why are we here? I believe that everybody has a divine destiny and a purpose for here in life. And I believe the world does everything they can do to keep you out of focus, to keep you fulfilling that desire to feel, to help people around here. I want you to take this home, put it somewhere that you'll remember. So sometimes when the pressure, the stress, the setbacks of your priorities, pull this out and say, hey, I need to refocus. I'm going to get in line. I know that I'm called to do something to affect this world in a positive way, and no person, no thing is going to keep me unfocused. Thank you very much.